Breaking news. You're officially in your 20s, and surprise, you have no idea what you're doing. One minute you're like, I got a degree, world, here I come. Next minute you're Googling, how to adult without dying of stress. They said these were the best years of your life. Right. Tell that to my existential crisis and my overdrafted bank account. If your life feels like a Netflix show with no script and no budget, congrats, you're doing it right. Quick pause. What's the dumbest I have no clue moment you've had so far? Drop it in the comments. Bonus points if it involves a toaster, your ex, or both. Come on, let's make each other feel slightly more normal. So, you're trying to find yourself. Plot twist, you're not lost. You're just DIYing your identity like a chaotic Sims character. One day, you're a health goth yoga guru. Next day, you're coding, drinking kombucha, and convincing yourself you're a productivity god. Remember that 5-year plan you made at 18? Yeah, that aged well. Self-discovery in your 20s is just trial and error with a lot of error. And that's fine. That's the point. Every cringe phase, looking directly at you, cryptocurrency day trader era, taught you something. What actually matters? Knowing that it's okay to not have a fixed identity yet. You're not behind. You're just building. Badly. Gloriously. And that's growth. Also, can we stop acting like everyone else has it figured out, but you don't? Because, newsflash, 90% of us are winging it with confidence and caffeine. The other 10% are lying on LinkedIn. You're not supposed to have one perfect version of yourself by 25. You're supposed to have versions, plural, like iOS updates, but with more panic and less storage space. There is no final form. You're not a Pokemon. You're a messy Google Doc, constantly being edited, occasionally crashing. Next up, careers, or as I like to call it, so what do you do exactly? You thought you'd be a CEO by 25, maybe a world-famous vlogger? Lol. Instead, you're mastering the art of looking busy on Zoom while panicking inside. Your resume in your 20s looks like a BuzzFeed quiz. Barista, freelance meme designer, dog walker, chief coffee fetcher. We out here collecting jobs like Pokemon. Career ladder? More like a career jungle gym. Awkward lunges, weird pivots, occasional faceplants. Ever taken a job that made 0 sense for your degree? Of course you did. What matters? Exploration. Figuring out what you don't want is just as important as finding what clicks. That job you hated built your patience. That job you quit after a week gave you a funny story and a free hoodie. And let's be honest, half of us don't even know what our dream job is yet. We're just trying to find one that doesn't slowly destroy our soul. And while we're here, can we have a word about burnout? You wake up exhausted, open Slack, pretend you're fine, meanwhile your soul is buffering like it's on 2006 internet. We've been tricked into thinking burnout is a badge of honor, like, oh, you slept last night? Must be nice, I only got 3 hours, and now I'm high on ambition and oat milk. No, that's not ambition, that's a cortisol cocktail. If your brain is glitching, your inbox is haunting you, and you're crying in the shower while whispering, just need to push through this week for the 6th week in a row, that's not the grind. That's your nervous system trying to schedule a meeting with you. Speaking of soul crushing, let's talk about comparison culture, aka the game we play where everyone loses. You open Instagram and someone's in Bali working remotely. You open LinkedIn and someone's launching a startup. You open Twitter and someone's preaching about waking up at 4 a.m. and running 3 businesses. Meanwhile, you just want to make it to Friday without crying in public. Your 20s are not a race. They're a weird, wobbly scavenger hunt. Everyone's path looks different, and anyone pretending they've figured it all out is just good at filters. Don't let someone else's highlight reel make you feel like a blooper. Unfollow, mute, take back your piece. And while you're muting people, mute that voice in your head that says, you're not doing enough. You should be more like her. You're wasting your potential. Spoiler, you're not. Growth doesn't always look like momentum. Sometimes it looks like laying in bed for a week, questioning your entire existence, and then brushing your teeth and getting out of the house. That counts. Rest is not the enemy of success. In fact, the people who rest well, they usually show up better, create better, love better. So yeah, go lie down. Ah yes, money in your 20s. A horror story with jump scares. You thought getting paid would feel like freedom. Instead, it's, why is rent more than my entire personality? You made a budget. Stuck to it? Haha, no. One spontaneous trip or your cousin's wedding, and suddenly it's instant noodle month. Ever looked at your student loans and thought, I could have bought a small island instead? Same. 2 a.m. financial panic attacks? Basically a personality trait now. But hey, we learn to hustle. We stretch a dollar, we say no to brunch and mean it, sometime. And yes, coupons are sexy. Fight me. What matters? Learning. Not skip your latte garbage, but learning your numbers. Celebrate that 500 rupees you didn't blow on some limited drop hoodie. And if your savings are just a piggy bank and prayers, you're still doing better than most. Also, while we're being honest, can we normalize financial weirdness? Like, yes, some months you're investing in mutual funds, and other months you're like, can I Venmo request God for rent? You're not bad with money. You're just trying to adult in a world where Uber costs more than your electricity bill and oat milk is $70 a liter. The fact that you've kept yourself fed, sheltered, and not completely feral is already a flex. Let's talk relationships. Friends, exes, toxic group chats, all the drama llamas. Your 20s social life is a reality show. Entertaining, a little toxic, often unscripted. We've all had the clingy friend who only hits you up when they're bored, or the ex who slides into your DMs at 2:17 a.m. like, you up? Boy, bye. Sometimes you gotta block, delete, and move on for your sanity and your screen time. What actually matters? Your people. The real ones. Not the hundreds on your contact list, but the 2 friends who check in when you ghost the group chat. The one who Venmos you just 'cause. The one who sends you memes when you're spiraling. Quality, quantity. Every time. 10 party friends at the club don't beat 2 weirdos in pajamas watching trash TV and talking about life. Also, can we talk about how lonely your 20s can feel? No one tells you this part. You're surrounded by people, and still you feel like an NPC in someone else's storyline. You move cities, you lose touch, your group chat dries up. Suddenly, it's just you and your thoughts at 2 a.m. And your thoughts are not qualified to supervise you alone. But you're not weird for feeling disconnected. You're human. It's just that nobody posts their lonely moments on Instagram. The truth? We all want deeper connection. We just don't know how to say it first. So be the first. Send the text. Be the awkward one who says, hey, I miss you. Want to hang out and cry over cartoons? That's not weakness. That's courage. Let's talk about the betrayal of your body. Remember when you could stay out till 4 a.m. and function the next day? Welcome to your mid-20s, where sleeping wrong gives you a 3-day neck injury. In your early 20s, you're like, gym? Nah, I've got youth. By 29, you've got favorite fiber supplements. Hangovers? Used to be a headache. Now they're a spiritual crisis. That moment you realize, oh no, I actually have to take care of this body. Hits like a protein bar to the face. What matters? Balance. Yes, walk. Yes, eat green things. Yes, drink water. No, you don't need to become a fitness influencer. But maybe floss. Occasionally. Your future gums will thank you. Real talk. Can we normalize talking about mental health in our 20s? Because half of us are out here smiling in selfies while quietly falling apart. Burnout at 23 isn't cute. But nobody teaches us how to process anything, just how to be productive. You don't have to earn your rest. You don't need a reason to go to therapy. Your emotions are valid, even if they don't make sense. What actually matters? Checking in with yourself. Asking, am I okay? And if the answer is no, getting help, not just grinding through it. This decade isn't just about building a career. It's about protecting your peace so you can even enjoy one. Adulting. A continuous, unskippable side quest. You move out like, I'm free. Day 1. Wait, who makes my dentist appointments now? Spoiler, still you. Laundry, dishes, oil changes, taxes. Plot twist, they do not do themselves. Ever showed up to work with no clean socks and anxiety in your eyes? We've all been there. Called your mom to ask if you can microwave foil? Yep. Set off the smoke alarm while trying to cook potatoes? More than once. But every screw-up equals 1 point in the grown-up XP bar. What matters? Resilience. You're not meant to be perfect. You're meant to become capable. One light bulb, one Wi-Fi fix, one burnt dinner at a time. Cape optional. Victory dance mandatory.
If you've made it this far and you still feel like a mess, cool, me too. Here's your trophy. It's invisible, but so is everyone's plan. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not too late, too much, too slow, too anything. You are becoming. And becoming is noisy. Becoming is non-linear. Becoming is a hot disaster. But you're doing it. Every awkward email, every ugly cry, every brave little decision, it counts. You don't need a blueprint. You need patience and memes and snacks, but mostly patience. So, after all this chaos, what actually matters in your 20s? Growth. Not the Instagrammable kind, the ugly, beautiful, face-planting forward kind. It's one real friend who's got your back. One passion project that makes you lose track of time. One habit, drinking water, meditating, not texting your ex, that makes you feel proud. Your 20s aren't about having it figured out. They're about building the toolkit to eventually figure it out. Every stupid mistake, every why did I do that moment is you leveling up. So please, stop comparing timelines. Stop panicking about the blueprint. No one's got it all together. And if they say they do, they're lying, delusional, or a productivity AI in disguise. Embrace the chaos. Make glorious mistakes. Keep moving. At the end of the day, what actually matters is that you live it, learn from it, and maybe laugh about it later. Now go forth and screw up fabulously. It's the only way to grow.